Who's ready for a show? I know I am. Everybody, put a like in the on the video. Please share this video, and also, if you could, subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. And I will be right with you in a few moments. Marcus speaks. What is going on? Welcome to another episode of Marcus Speaks. I'm your host, Marcus. Alright, so, you know how we do this if you've been here before. Alright, so, alright. Anybody, if you want to, just little disclaimer real fast. These words right here, this is the chat. This is the chat so you guys can see the chat as well on the video. So don't be alarmed if you start seeing words move. Also, hello, how are y'all doing today? Like I said, I'm Marcus, and this is another episode of Marcus Speaks live. All right. So welcome. If you're here and you're watching, I'll give you a big round of applause. All right. So, if you could follow these prompts for me real fast. Top of the screen, bottom of the screen. Please hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit the bell icon to all so you can get all of my notifications, alright? As well, share this and like this, alright? Because if you don't like it, then I don't like you. Anyway, I'm playing around. Yeah, but please share, subscribe, like this, and hit the live chat. I have the live chat right in front of me. Okay, on you can see it on the screen here, and I'm watching it right here, live from my second screen. So, what else do I got? I'm using Restream.com to simultaneously stream this here show to both um to both YouTube and Facebook. The reason why I say this is only for the simple fact that uh, when my live ends, I delete the Facebook video. Y'all can see that, can't you? I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna fix that once I start. So yeah, I delete the videos, and the video will be down. So yeah, on Facebook, not the YouTube side. YouTube, it stays up. So it's best you just come on over here to Facebook. Fridays, I do a game stream. All right. Uh, Marcus Speaks Play is my game stream. I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima Icky Island DLC. So go to the video game free for all playlist. You can see both videos right there, along with the one night only beta test of Back for Blood. All right. And also Saturdays, which you can see right here, I do my podcast, Marcus Speaks Live, and this is what you are watching right now. Okay. If you have any sort of recommendation, any sort of for games, any sort of show ideas, you can basically have you can DM them to me, which I'm gonna get to where you can find me at on social media pretty soon. You can also find me. You can also hit the live chat, the comment section on both Facebook and YouTube. Okay, to give me those suggestions. And where you can find me on social media is on Instagram at marcus.speaks.podcast. You can also find me on Facebook at Marcus Speaks is my personal page. Marcus Speaks Podcast is the Facebook group that you can join. The Facebook group and Instagram is connected. So if I post anything on Instagram, you'll see it right there on Facebook. Sorry. And everybody who is over there on Facebook, I am over here on YouTube. So it's best if you come over here to YouTube, okay? So, if you could you like, share, and subscribe if you're new? If you're somebody who's coming back, like and share this, okay? So if you want to see your comment on the screen like this, type something in the chat, and I'll show everybody what you've said, and you know I'll react to it. All right, I have one thing to do real fast. I'll be right back in like 2 seconds. All right, I'll be right back. All right. God damn it, you can see it on the other side, man. All right. One more time. All right. All right, we're good. We should be. Let's see. Damn it. All right. 1 second. All right. All right, we're good. We're golden. All right. So, today's topic. Looking a little shiny, so I got my preacher rag here. Just in case I get shiny. So, I'm going to quit screaming into the microphone. Let me back this up. A fist away. So, alright, cool. Alright, everybody. Today's topic, as you can see on your, damn it. Fucking gnats and shit. Alright. Oh yeah, y'all, I am so sorry for being late. Okay? Um, there's really no explanation of why I'm late. I was just late. Plus, I have to do this stuff on the back end before I start. So yeah. Um. So anyway, so this is what's going on. Y'all can see me in lovely 1080p right now. I upgraded my membership on Restream, so if you're seeing me here in 1080p, yeah, I'm doing the damn thing right now. So, with today's topic, let me get into it. So, this is what I'm gonna do first before I do anything, like I always do. So, if you've been here before, you know what I do. When I get into my points, I usually have a video that goes along with my point to further explain to you guys what I'm talking about so you can get the full picture. And with that is fair use. And it goes a little something like this. Hello, everyone. I'm going to tell you about fair use. It's the law. Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyright motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107. All right. So, the reason why I do that because it's the law. The law allows me to show videos, but in portions, or if I'm commentating on it. I usually do commentate, so every video I have, I commentate on it, along with going on with what I've written down to speak about. But my stuff that I have written down is just my talking points. I usually go off the top of the head as well. So today, if you looked at the title, I'm talking about Brother Polight's Brother Polight has actually spoken out since the allegations were talked about last week on Tasha K's podcast. So, um, also, I'm going to be talking on the whole Fresh and Fit debacle between Abba and Preach and the Fresh and Fit podcast of Myron Gaines and Walter Weeks. All right, uh, basically, them walking away from the whole situation. All right. Excuse me. So, first things first, Brother Polight. So, last week, if you watched my show, I brought up that Brother Polight has been accused of um, having how can I put this without being vulgar? He has been he has been charged with how can I put this without getting banned? Uh, Brother Polight has been charged with sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl. So that was brought up what was it? Last Tuesday, Monday, maybe Wednesday, where Brother Polight, which was talked about on Tasha K's podcast. That's Brother Polight on the screen there. All right. So, Tasha K was the first to bring this up. The news had not uh, spoke on this at all. They have not did any videos, not videos, but any news reporting about this until Tasha K covered this. So, if you guys don't know, like I said, brief synopsis. Story behind this is that Brother Polight uh, sexually assaulted a 14-year-old girl, which was in his custody, and the little girl is his ex girlfriend now, his ex girlfriend or wife's daughter or something. He doesn't have any wives on the books. He has contractual marriages. Not he showed up at an altar and married these women. He's a polygamist. He speaks on polygyny and all kinds of ill shit like that. so so yeah. So Brother Polight also he spoke out this week. Um he's been basically walking around all of the questions that have been asked, basically asked on I would say his old associate Sonetta off of Sonetta TV. You can find that also on YouTube as well. Sonetta TV, Black News 102, and I think he still has Sonetta University, but I'm not sure. But as far as I know, I think he only runs two channels: Sonetta TV and Black News 102. That's where you can find Sonetta. Sonetta has also covered this stuff. So if you want to get in the deepest, darkest parts of this, you can go on that channel. You can also go on Tasha K's channel. And who else's channel has this? I have no idea. Who else has this on their channel? Um, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So, um, so yeah, he's been walking around all of the facts, which is smart because if his legal team has told him, do not speak about this here matter until we get to court, so you can, so his legal team can talk about it. Then that is smart. But he has been walking around this stuff, this serious allegation. He's been walking around these here allegations. So, what I want to do right now, I want to bring this here video to you guys because I couldn't find any of his lives. So luckily, there's people that's out there who dox people, that record everything that they can when it comes to uh, you know basically people that they dislike. They dox them, and they also stalk them. So this video is on YouTube if you want to watch it. I have no idea who this person's name is, but without further ado, I bring this video here to you, and it goes a little something like this. You actually find out how much people freaking know you when it starts going down negative. That's wild. I'm like, wow, okay, nationwide. So in every step of my life, the evolution is real, but like I said, again, so I can reference this video and I can direct people to it. Yo, fam, it's not in my best interest to be speaking about anything in particular, because that's just not the way this thing works. You let people do what they do. You do what they do. You let the professionals do what they do, and you let time tell. That's what we gotta do. You let time tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want a person to say? You let time tell. And when time tells, all the people talking crazy, guess what happens? They just go back in their world. No one's going to hold them accountable. Some people we going to hold accountable, goddammit. Because shit that people saying, I'm like, damn, I'm about to start tuning in today's shit to find out about the situation. Because apparently they know more than I freaking know. You got to understand perspective. You know what I'm saying? How's it that... how is it that these people know who's been reporting on it no more than what you know and you were there? Like I said, he's been talking around this stuff. He's been talking around it so much, he pretty much is telling on himself at this point. I'm pretty sure when his counsel told him, whatever you do not talk about this. I'm pretty sure they also meant social media as well. So why is he on social media giving these lives? He has a live that he does all the time called Rolls Royce Diaries. I don't know what else does. He basically just comes on and just shows how much money he has and stuff like that. As I said last week, I've known of Polight since like 2011 maybe, 2012 maybe. Excuse me. He he basically came on the scene, with just like all of the pro black community. They come in humble. They come in humble. They come in ready to serve the people. And then, years down the line, you see them and they just start doing some bullshit, basically. So, 1 second. All right. I don't want to blow my nose, and you guys saw that. Uh, one more thing. If you guys on Facebook, if you try to find me, but you can't, um, find the thumbnail to my channel. It looks like this. It looks exactly like this. Okay, so yeah, I'll show it one more time. It looks just like this. All right, so let's continue with the video.
That we live in a world that if someone heard that something bad happened to somebody, depending on who they said did the wrong, people might even celebrate the wrong that they think may have happened just because they hate that person. So when you people want to be popular or you achieve success, remember when you pray for rain, you may get mud. Remember that. When you pray for rain, you might get mud.
What the fuck is you talking about? That's just like me saying if you fry fried chicken, you get spaghetti. What the fuck is you talking about? If you ask for rain, you get mud, nigga. Yeah. If it hits dirt, yeah, we understand. But that has nothing to do with what the fuck you talking about. All right, you just spoke. Never mind. I'll just let this keep playing. Like I said, he's talking so much in circles. He's telling on himself.
And what I mean by that is there's the pros and the cons to success. Sometimes you can be so popular that, like, look, when you're popular and you do nothing but good and you contribute all sorts of positivity, change people's lives, add value to them, make them money, guess what? Nobody.
What you mean make that money? You mean taking money from people? If that's the way you make money, then all right.
Reaches out to you and says, can I get an interview? But if someone hears something egregious about you, suddenly everyone knows how to contact you to get a story. That's the world in which we live.
All right, that's it. He just goes on about some other bullshit that has really nothing much to do with his case, which is smart. But like I said, he's talking so much uh, about other shit while bringing the shit that is being said about him. He's basically telling on himself. So, um, but why does he think that we're blind to this? Because Sonetta brought up in 2014 that one of his contractual wives was 16 when she met him. Now, this is a family friend of Sonetta. Now, a lot of people was on Sonetta's head because of some bullshit between Sonetta and the conscious community, because he spoke on Polight in that light, and then Polight then came back into the conscious community, and then after that, some people were upset with Sonetta for bringing Polight back into the conscious community for the simple fact that people knew what Sonetta said about him, and then we seen Polight at various debates after that, and that's when I stopped really paying attention to some of the shit in the conscious community for the simple fact is that they was debating like bullshit, like what book is the truth, the Bible or the Quran. Like I don't really feel like hearing that because I have pastors in my family, and I'm a Muslim myself, so I read my Quran, and I've been around these Bible toters all my life, so I know the Bible practically back to front, and I know my Quran a little bit. So it's like I don't need to hear that. So, um, there was a video. I'm not going to show it here, but I will tell you guys about it. So there's a video you can find. I'm not sure what it's called, but I guess type in Polight or Brother Polight speaks to a victim, and I think the video will show where it's him and a light skinned guy on a park bench. So basically, what this video shows us, Polight has a meeting with uh, one of his, I guess, what would you call somebody that? What do you call somebody that attends a church with you? A member? I guess a member. So a member of uh his Nuwapian church, I guess, was molested by the leader of the Nuwapians. So uh basically what the conversation entails is that the man is telling him that not only was I molested by this man, but my sisters also were as well, and 100 other people was molested while with Malachi Z. York. Malachi Z. York is the Nuwapian leader or whatever. He's he's currently, I think, in New York serving 125, if not 135 life sentences, which means if he dies and comes back, his ass has to go back to jail. So, um, so the man's basically telling this dude, like, look, you're telling me that you would still serve this man if 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 I brought 100 people here that would tell you that I was sexually violated by this man. Polite's, oh my gosh, Polite's, um, damn it, man, look, Polite's, his fucking response to this guy was, it was terrible. He basically tells the man, if there was 100 people standing here beside you telling me that they were sexually violated by Malachi Z. York, I would still have to see him as my God and as my Father. Which to me, it means now that he's talking, that he's coming out about, is this charge against him, that not only does he view that about Malachi Z. York, he also sees that in this, that was in the past. But now that Polight is talking about it, I see that he's basically showing us what he meant by his Malachi Z. York statement, which in that, with all the whatever counts that he's facing, which I can show you guys that real fast. These are the counts right here that he is facing. Let me blow this up a little bit. It's fucking Nat in here again. I don't know what the hell it is with Nat's coming in here when I'm doing my live. Like, all right, so uh, if y'all see the screen now, he has he has a count of engage in sexual act while with a child or with what's that familiar child or whatever. But he basically was with a 14-year-old girl, right? Another one that he has is sexual battery. And then his last charge is contributing to delinquency. Jesus Christ, this shit is in my face. All right. Uh, Contributing to delinquency and dependency of a child. So basically, what that is, he gave what the story goes is that Polite gave the child some some drugs and some alcohol. All right. So let's zoom this in a little bit. So this happened in February. Reason why we're hearing about it now is because the mother took the child to a I forgot what that I think it's in here somewhere where the victim went to the what is that rape center called? Um, Damn it, it's in my notes. Let me get my notes real fast. All right, let's see so I don't get none of this wrong. Um, okay, what else? They went to the Roxy Bolton Rape Treatment Center. It's always good to have your notes. So that's in Miami, where where the mother took the daughter to get a rape kit done, and they found numerous accounts of which they give his name Michael Nowak. They found lots and lots of Michael Nowak's semen on not only the little girl's shirt, also on a scarf she was wearing, and I'm pretty sure somewhere on her person. So this reads in front of us: Defendant Nowak, 37 years old, and victim's mother Arocho, 31 years old, were dating for over a year. On February 27th, 2021, at approximately 12 o'clock midnight, defendant Nowak requested Miss Arocho to allow him to take victim TS. They don't give the girl's name, but they give her initials. TS, 14 years old, to an after party in order for him to speak to her and mend the relationship between mother and daughter. Now, that sounds a little eerie. For number one, why are you taking this girl out at 12 a.m.? Number one. Number two, why the hell are you taking her to a nightclub to try to mend a relationship between the mother and the daughter? And thirdly, this is the third thing. Defendant Nowak and victim TS responded to the Club 11 on 29th Northeast 11th Street, uh, Miami, Florida. Upon arrival, the club was closed. Here's the kicker. Defendant Nowak and victim TS responded. Oh my gosh. Responded to his hotel room. Now, that's the third thing. Why are you taking this little girl to a separate hotel room other than where the mother's at? Because the mother was in a hotel room, all right? So the mother was in a hotel room, I guess, across the city somewhere. He gets another hotel room for what reason? All right. So that room was Hotel 100 West Avenue, Unit 319, Miami Beach. In order to wait for the new party location, while they were in his hotel, defendant Nowak, the next page is basically stating that he started touching on her, right? After her having the drugs and stuff in her, drugs and alcohol in her, she passes out. Well, yeah, I won't get in. Well, I said it last week. So he pulls his genitals out, and then she passes out, and then he sexually violates her. She wakes up with Brother Polight's fingers down her throat. Now y'all might be thinking, well, why was his hands down his throat? Because he's trying to flush away evidence. All right. So to loop back in the story, he takes the daughter back to the mother. The mother sees that she's a little off, goes to call 911. He leaps on top of her, telling her, hey, this is going to ruin my career. Don't tell anybody. Let's wait until the morning. Let's get her cleaned up and everything and whatever. A roadshow then declines, takes her daughter to whatever hospital that they were at or that they went to. Uh, she gets checked up. Then the hospital sends. Well, I think they had to call, the authorities. Then I think they transported her to the Roxy Bolton rape center to get a rape kit done in order to know, what was happening. I think they took her clothing for further analysis to see if they could find, any sort of, skin cells, hair, blood, semen, stuff like that. And then I think earlier this month, if not late last month, they found a match to the semen, which was his, because there was a court order for him to give his blood over, so that they could match the blood to the semen, and then the rest is history. So, um, so yeah, last week, if you guys want to see, the full end of that story, you can go on last week's podcast video. Okay, it's a thumbnail with Brother Polight on it, Aberrant Preach with Fresh and Fit, and some Taliban guys. And yeah, if you guys want to hear more about this, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube. There's a lot of articles you can read. And in certain YouTube channels, they tell you where you can actually go and look up the paperwork or whatever. which I should have gotten while I was out, but whatever. So that's that story. Like I said, if you guys want to hear more about this, I'm pretty sure it won't be a high profile case, but I could probably do the same thing I did once his court date comes, or I can share his hearing. I'm pretty sure it won't be televised, but I can try to see if they got any transcripts of what happened at the hearing, and I can do another story on this. So, all right, all right. So next on the docket is Abba and Preach versus Fresh and Fit podcast. If you guys don't know what was going on with this whole thing, Abba here, or Abba, well, both him and Preach. This is Abba. This is Preach. They both were on a episode of the Fresh and Fit podcast, and that was a couple months ago. Then after that, I think Abba showed up on the show by himself, and then from the video that both Abba and Preach did with Fresh and Fit, a fan asked Abba and Preach to basically look at the episode again and share with their fans what they thought about the episode, because they had already did an episode containing what they spoke on that show, but they said what they said about it, and then a couple months went past. They spoke on it again, and that's what started the beef. All right, and after that, Abba, they had some Fresh and Fit had some choice words for Fresh and Fit, or no, Fresh and Fit had choice words for Abba and Preach. Sorry, and a whole beef started, and a whole bunch of other shit came out of it. We got to see that Fit Myron Gaines has a baby mama somewhere. We heard about bad business practices, and some more stuff has came out since then. Now, Fresh and Fit is blaming Abba and Preach for Fresh and Fit's former girl bimbo wrangler, for showing up at Fit's door to fight him. There is no evidence to back Fit's claim. Story goes that Fresh and Fit planned a party where 50 people would pay $500 to hang out with Fresh and Fit in VIP with the bimbos and with the former photographer Lar J and the bimbo wrangler Allende. So with all of this unfolding, here's the truth. Here's the truth. So I'm gonna play part of this video right here. All right. So here we go. Today's topic. We better than you, better than you. We better than you, man. Earlier, you guys had some environment come to the door. That was his problem. That was his choice not to continue. Yeah, there was no... Because you got triggered, baby. Come on in, man. Come on in. Okay. That's a gun. That's behind homeboy's nose here. That's a gun. Myron Gaines, which is Fit of the Fresh and Fit crew, he's holding a gun in his hand because one of Fresh and Fit's ex associates that was associated with the Fresh and Fit podcast, which is Allende. You'll see Allende in a minute. Allende showed up at his door, and I'll tell you guys more of that as I progress this story. So basically, we all know that they have stand your ground laws in Florida. So I understand why Fit is doing this because somebody showed up at his door. He has a right to defend his home. That's the reason why he has the gun. So I'm gonna let this play out some more before I keep talking. That's Allende. That's at the door with his hands crossed. All right.
And people think that we sent their former business associates that they worked with for a long time to them to attack them and break down the door. I appreciate it. Appreciate that you.
For a bimbo wrangler, right? He sure does pick a lot of ugly bitches. Just saying.
We have so much influence that goonies everywhere. And it's just essentially, how can I prove that? How can I prove that I didn't send someone to hit you? I don't know. How do you prove it? But even he says it himself. He says it. We say it.
So just to make this very, very clear, you showing up at that door had nothing to do with Abba and Preach.
If you guys want to believe that we're parts of the great conspiracy, I don't really care, to be honest with you. Go find some proof and press charges, all right? That's what I'm going to say about that. I wouldn't have sent someone. I was about to go there myself. But when I see they don't want that, so I can't fight a man that doesn't want to fight, even though he's the one that told me the challenge. Why? Because that's illegal. If we have her number, we can call us. I've been contacting you. I've been contacting you on the DMs, and you haven't replied. You've seen it, but you haven't replied. You know that. So for that, I know that you don't want none of this. Nigga, preacher.
All right. So I'm going to be jumping around a lot in these videos. I'm going to be referring back to this video a lot of times. All right. So, I got to queue up where this video starts. What is this? All right. So we're starting at 5. All right. So basically, if you guys don't know, you can refer back to either Abba and Preacher's videos, or you can refer to mine's where I just give a brief synopsis of everything that happened last week. So basically, it was obvious that that Fit and Fresh of Fresh and Fit podcast was challenged by Preach because Fresh and Fit said on, I think it was one of last week's videos, if not a video, yeah, I think it was like last Monday or something. They caught wind of the Abba and Preach video, and then they came on to their show. They started ranting about the video, and Fresh proposed a boxing match, and Preach accepted. But Preach knew, like he just said, that y'all wasn't about none of that smoke, and y'all wasn't about that life. So, Myron, who is Fit, didn't want any of that smoke. This is one thing I covered last week. Fresh and Fit basically asked for $10,000, no, $50,000 promotion. What else did they ask for? Promotion, TV quality cameras, 50K, and I think that's it. In order to do this fight. Now, y'all might be asking, why in the fuck would they not just fight him? Why are they asking for obscene amounts of money? That's the same thing I said. With that, I would have to say that Fresh and Fit was scared because they challenged another YouTube tandem pair. I forgot their names, but they're pretty popular here on YouTube. Um, they they was making fun of those guys, and they called them out to fight. The guys didn't want to fight, so I can understand their mindset. I asked these guys that, hey, I want to fight, and I don't want you guys to back out of it. And then with that thinking, them thinking, hey, well, I said that to them, they ain't say shit, so they proposed another fight with Abba and Preach. Preach accepted, and then that's when they started cowering and basically trying to get the fuck out of it. So, where am I at? This is basic fighting 101. If someone doesn't want to fight, right, but you fight them, that's called bullying, right? That's acting like a bully. So, Preach was in the Canadian Army. He's into MMA and boxing. So he would have held his own. Fit Myron Gaines, which isn't his real name. I don't really care to know his real name. But Myron Gaines was also, I think, probably has some sort of combat training underneath of his belt because he served in the federal government in Homeland Security, and I'm pretty sure he had to have some sort of combat training because he had to get gun training. So, um, between Preach and Fit, that probably would have been a good fight. We're not sure about Fresh because we've never seen Fresh in action with anything. So, yeah. So, um, so, where am I at? Because I'm jumping all over the place. So then, I'll say this. Fit, if with the last video shown and with the information I just gave you, with him, proposing fights but not wanting to take fights. Fit's prop is very problematic. Fit basically is getting his business in trouble. Basically, with that, it's, if you guys didn't see last week's video, this is what I'll say from it. So I'm guessing after Allende and Large left the Fresh and Fit podcast, and they didn't know how else or how other to get girls, because Allende would get the girls to come on the show. I don't know if they had like a system where they would, Allende be like, take your pick on whatever girl you want, and that's your girl for the night, or if the girls was just there to be there. But no, not Fresh, Fit asked another YouTuber, a female. I had her played one of her videos last week of Anna Quinn, and also I had some DM messages and stuff like that of him basically telling her that I don't do shows with girls that I don't sleep with. Because basically he was telling the girl, I don't believe in doing anything platonic. Every girl that I bring on my show, I sleep with. I don't like bringing sand to the beach. So if you're down, then lay down. She basically told him, no, I don't even know you like that. So he basically got into a screaming match with her through text messages, and the rest is this. He didn't get any ass, nor did they do a collaboration. So yeah, which is crazy that you would say that to somebody you don't know. Like, that's just crazy. So um and Allende said something in a video I will show you, but I'm gonna share this with you now. Allende basically told the whole Fresh and Fit crew, excluding Fit, he basically told everybody to get the fuck away from Myron, because basically with the whole text message thing, him basically telling the Anna Quinn girl, what I think she's a fitness model slash fitness instructor. So she has videos, and her social media is about her business. It's about fitness. Um, so what has been happening with that is Myron put her social media handles and stuff like that out there. Their chat room fans, or whatever you want to call them, their stands, started sending this girl vulgar messages on her social medias. And the girl is currently pregnant right now. She's like, what? I want to say she's like 12 to 13 weeks pregnant right now. And Fresh and Fit is allowing their stands to basically say whatever they want to this girl. And the girl doesn't want any parts of what they got going on as far as, having anything to do with Fresh and Fit. But this is because of Fit's shallow ass ego of him not being able to take no for an answer. Right? So, um but let's talk about integrity, right? So, any person willing to leverage their business just for a night of fun doesn't have integrity. Like, the stories you hear, like, a person without integrity is this. All the stories we hear, or stories we've heard of fathers or boyfriends gambling the house deed at like a casino or a card game, or something like that. Um, we basically these people, or father or husband, well, father or husband, same thing. A husband or a boyfriend doing that doesn't have integrity. For the simple fact is that why would you gamble away something that is supposed to mean something to you, like a business? Why are you leveraging having sex with someone you barely know in order to come on to your podcast. That makes no sense. To anybody, that doesn't make any sense. So, um, it's just a dumb decision, like, for anybody to do that. Like, basically, uh, him doing that is basically him disrespecting his own business. Like, you do your business out of your house. That's one thing. Excuse me. Then you're bringing random people in your house every night. That's another thing. Then you're kicking some people out because they don't agree with what you talk about. That's another thing. So you basically haven't had a hold on this whole podcast the entire time. So look, I'll do my podcast. I've had people on, and people that I don't talk to anymore who has been on my podcast before. I'm not leveraging anything for them. Like, if I don't talk to you, but then you want to be my friend again, I won't have you on my show. Like, that's just what it is. Because if we stop talking before, I know I will not talk to you again. And even if I do think about talking to you again, it'll be on a like a day by day basis if I feel as though if I want to talk to you or not. Or actually, being friends with you. That's another thing. These guys doesn't even know half the people that's coming through their house. So I don't understand that whole podcast is crazy. Like, you're allowing people in your house of all places, your domicile, your place of peace, but then you're breaking your peace by kicking people out that you don't know. M- Mainly girls. So I don't understand. So, um, where am I at on this? It's stupid at the end of the day. One man was about to ruin everything for everybody else, or is about to ruin everything for everybody else because you can't control your sexual urges. Okay, so with that, I'll give you this: a recorded phone call, either by either by the girl or by Fit. Not sure. But in this video, we will see how much of control Fit has on with his sexual urges and with other people. Here we go.
Begging for her to come on the podcast and clear his name. And she titled this, "Is This Your Leader?" Let's listen. I need you to please come on the show and clear my name. I know that you didn't mean to do this, but I got people breaking into my house calling me a rapist.
Now, with that little piece of information, I have more for you, alright? So with that little piece of information, what he's talking about is that the girl he's talking to is another girl that he allegedly got pregnant. She is an OnlyFans girl. She's been on the podcast before, sitting next to him on a show. I'm not sure what show it is. But if you go on any one of his shows and see a female sit next to him, a black female like that or light skin, she's one of the two. That's the girl. And she has an OnlyFans. I think the girl's name, I don't think they have the girl's name here. So yeah. But anyway. So basically Allende, or is it? Yeah, I think it was Allende. Yeah, because he allegedly broke in the house. Um, Allende called him a rapist for the simple fact that the girl. I don't know if Allende spoke to the girl or not, but the girl has been doing numerous shows on YouTube on other people's platforms. She has been going around basically telling these podcasters her exchanges with Myron or Fit. Um and she goes into how their night went, and when they did the do, and there's another phone call recording between them that I don't have, but is basically like this. He's basically telling the girl, come over to the house. She can spend the night. They'll watch the sunrise from his balcony in the morning. So basically, he wanted to sleep with her. That was code words for, yeah, shorty, come on over here so we can do our thing. All right. So let's get back into it. Sorry, let me turn this down. Hold on. Two. Let's start from where I stopped at.
My house calling me a rapist.
Okay, but he broke in off some other shit. I watched this video. He's a very angry person. I will say that. But I watched this video. He didn't break in. His breaking ain't had to do. That was some shit y'all already had going on.
Simone, he literally broke in and called me a rapist and told none of you girls should be here. That directly impacts my business, Simone. Listen, you don't have to come on me. You don't have to do the full show.
Why should women even be on your show to hate women? Like, I don't understand this.
Simone.
What?
You don't have to come and be on the actual podcast. You can be off camera and just say it on the microphone. I don't care. Just literally two sentences.
What 2 sentences?
He did not coerce me or rape me, and I am not sure if I'm pregnant fully.
Now, by him saying he did not coerce me, basically to come on to the podcast, you're basically coercing her now to come on to the podcast to say said things. Why isn't it that he's supposed to be smart, right? He basically was a government employee. He was a Homeland Security agent. Why is it that he doesn't see what I see or what everybody else sees? You're coercing the girl to come on to the show to basically spread lies because the girl said she's pregnant. Now, it could be a 50% chance that Fit is the father. Excuse me. Because of her said business that she has. I don't know if she does or not. I heard from a YouTuber that she on her OnlyFans, she's on her OnlyFans having sex with somebody. Now, it could be a 50% chance that the child is Fitz. Now, maybe he's scared for the simple fact that he knows that this looks bad. A guy breaks in the house, you have a room full of girls, you have a gun. Allegedly, Allende had a gun as well, but we can't see, we don't, well, yeah. I have a video where where's Allende's point of view of him coming into the house. And it doesn't look like he has a gun on him. So he just basically came in the house, which he calls it breaking and entering. But to me, if your door's unlocked, then your door's ajar. All right. If your door is locked, there's no way for somebody to come into your house. If you have your door unlocked, then there's a way for somebody to get into your house. Now, back to the coercion. He is basically coercing her to come to the show to basically not say what it is that she wants to say about the situation. For the simple fact that he's scared, I understand. They lost 30,000 subscribers last week behind all of this. But not only the Abram Preach stuff, the Anna Quinn stuff, the Allende stuff, and Large stuff. I think they're called the Authentic Alpha Podcast. I think they basically they basically have been airing all of Fresh and Fit's dirty laundry out. So this doesn't look good for Fresh and Fit. Now, their subscriber count doesn't really mean anything because on YouTube you get paid off of watch time and viewership. So if you lose a 30,000 people, and let's say your watch count is if I do an hour podcast and people only watch 40 minutes of it, then and if I average 40 minutes on every podcast, that still counts as a view. So if I have 40,000 people watching 40 minutes of a show, I then have 40,000 views. Which, whatever money accumulates from that, I don't know. I haven't been paid from YouTube at all. I'm not monetized yet, so I will get back to you with those numbers. All right. So let's get back into it.
Can you please just do that and clear my name? I got people literally gunning for me now. I'm not mad at you for going on Twitter and YouTube. It is what it is.
You shouldn't be mad at me. I should be mad at you.
Please fix this.
Fix it. You fix it.
How am I gonna fix it if you can't tell your side of the story?
Because we don't need her side of the story. Because she's been telling her side of the story. That's the crazy thing. Why should somebody come to a podcast of which she's been to already, and the hosts of said podcast of which they want her to come to only want her to be there just so that they can just so one of the hosts' names can be cleared. Now, since she's been on other people's podcasts, she doesn't need to come onto your podcast because she's already telling her story. All right? That's why she's not coming on there. And by him saying, "Well, you need to fix this," she was right by saying, "You need to fix it. This is your problem now. I only laid the cards out. Play your hand." And we all know when we have a bad hand in poker, what do? You fold. just like what he's doing right now. He's folding like a motherfucker. He's folding under pressure. You know, pressure makes diamonds at the end of the day, but we might just get a regular old cubic zirconium out of all this. Let's get back to it.
Would you prefer if I how about this? I don't put you on the podcast. I call you, I record it, and then you just say your piece, and I can end the recording and play it on the show. I can do that too.
No.
I would have said the same thing, sweetheart. All right, is that the end? No, that's not the end.
Oh.
Sorry.
So he wants her to come on this podcast and lie about what happened? No. Salute to this sister. Let's hear it again.
Good morning. Good morning. I need your help. I need you to please come on the show and clear my name.
Oh my God. You lost the
Simone, I know that you didn't mean to do this, but I got people breaking into my house calling me a rapist.
Okay, but he broke in off some other shit. I watched his video. He's a very angry person. I will say that. But I watched his video. He ain't breaking. His breaking ain't had shit to do with it. That was some shit that y'all already got going on.
Simone, he literally broke in and called me a rapist and told none of you girls should be here. That directly impacts my business, Simone. Listen, you don't have to call on me.
Hold up. Sorry, y'all. How does that affect your business model? If you're affecting your own business model, you're affecting your own business model by saying this. And this is the Anna Quinn shit. You text Anna Quinn, and that's not Anna Quinn, all right? That's his alleged baby's mama that's pregnant with his child right now, allegedly. He texts Anna Quinn on either Instagram or Facebook, but I'm pretty sure it was Instagram. He DM'd her and basically said, "Hey, I'd like to do a collab." Anna Quinn then says, "Okay, cool. When do you want to collab? I can be out there next week at the latest." He said, "Okay, cool, but I'm not looking for anything platonic." Where is it that even comes in? Where is it that you even say to someone you don't know, "Hey, basically in code, I like to sleep with you," because he says, "I'm not looking for anything platonic when you get here." She doesn't know what the fuck that means because she doesn't know you. Then he goes, well, she states, Anna Quinn, "Well, I don't know you. I'm not looking for anything like that, blah, 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 blah." He then says, "Well, I'm not trying to bring sand to the beach." So she says, "Okay, well, there's plenty of guys that live here in California. Why would I be looking for a guy out there in Miami?" Then he states to her, "Well, fuck you then. I know about 4 dudes that you slept with before. Don't lie because I know these guys, blah, 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 blah." She says, "You're out of your mind. You don't know anybody who I've slept with," because she's not from Florida. She's from California. So how's it that you would know anything about anything? It makes no sense. But it's a bad business practice by a girl not coming on your podcast and stating you didn't rape her, and I should have said the R word, shit. That you didn't R word her, and you didn't and you're not the father of the child because she's not really pregnant. I don't know. Well, it's some girls I know that will lie about getting pregnant, but in this instance, I don't think that she will lie. I don't know her. I don't know her to say that, but why would any woman lie about being pregnant? I don't know. Look, but then he states it's a bad business practice. That's stupid. Those words should have never came out your mouth at all. Let's keep going.
Simone, you don't have to come and be on the actual podcast. You can be off camera and just say it on the microphone. I don't care. Just literally 2 sentences.
What? He said
He did not coerce me or rape me, and I am not sure if I'm pregnant fully. Can you please just do that and clear my name? I got people.
I think the girl's like 2-3 months pregnant at this point. So that's just to put something out in the air.
Literally gunning for me now. I'm not mad at you for going on Twitter and YouTube. It is what it is.
you shouldn't be mad at me. I should be mad at you.
Please fix this.
Fix it. You fix it.
How am I gonna fix it if you can't tell your side of the story? Would you prefer if I how about this? I don't put you on the podcast. I call you, I record it, and then you just say your piece, and I can end the recording and play it on the show. I can do that too.
No.
All right. So, if y'all ever look at Fresh and Fit's podcast, there's a lot of chest beating that goes on there. I've only watched maybe like 2 episodes. But there's a lot of chest beating that goes on that show. How's it that you go from chest beating to then begging? How does that happen? I thought they were alpha males on that show, right? They're alpha males, right? They say it all the time. They're alpha males. That's not alpha male activity right there. Alpha males either take care of their responsibilities or wait to see what happens afterwards. I do it all the time. Any pregnancy scare, or if I dumped in a female, and we both knew that I did, this is what I would say. If you're not if you don't get your period this month or next month, what however it lines up, let me know. That's it. That's all I say. I still converse with the female and all that. I just need to know that certain information just so I can then plan ahead after that. If there's a no, I didn't miss it, I'm cool. If there's a yeah, I missed it, that's when I start playing. But that's alpha male activity. That's not alpha male activity. That begging shit at all. So, where am I at? How can you follow a guy like this and he's sick? He's sick in the head. Narcissistic personality disorder. That's what. Look, these guys talk about their lay count. Their lay count. Lay count basically meaning how many girls they've been with. Somebody said that somebody's in the triple digits. Who the fuck is still counting? I stopped counting after I turned what? 20 maybe? 21? I don't know how many females I've been with since. I don't know. See, I don't know. I don't fucking know. How do you then know now? And Fitz like 2 years, 2 to 3 years younger than me. I'll be 33 this year. Think he's 31. And from the looks of it on Fresh's fake press releases, He's 20, but the nigga looks like he's at least 50. So, um, but yeah, how is it that you're still talking about immature shit? No man really gives a fuck how many females they've been with at all. Like, no mature man gives a fuck how many females they've been with. Nor do mature alpha males, and I hate that word alpha male. Uh, Mature men don't talk about their sexual experiences. I'm sorry to tell y'all that, fresh and fit. Mature men don't tell the world how many women they've been with because at this point of their lives, they're just living. Pussy comes a dime a dozen. Pussy's everywhere. Pussy's like having a candy dish at your house. You can put your hand in it at any time, and you'll come out with something because it's candy in there. But you know, these fools is basically telling everybody after they have sex. Those is what that's what teenagers do in high school. Y'all remember, y'all all been teenagers before, especially you dudes. Don't y'all remember telling your friends, hey, you see Sheila over there? Yeah, I popped her last night. Who still does that? Like who's still talking about that shit at this point in time in their life? I know I'm not. I know my friends ain't. Some of my friends are married. So how is it that at this age, what would it look like by me going to my friends, telling them, "Yeah, I fucked this girl last night. Yeah, she was, boy, body was nice. She, the the way that she does this thing with her hips, boy, I don't talk about that shit with my friends, and my friends don't talk about it with me, especially the married ones. Like, who the hell still talks about this shit? Shit is ridiculous. All right, I digress. So, so Fitz basically learning when you become drunk with power, and then you realize who has the power now. In this situation, in the situation I just let y'all listen to, it showed he didn't have the power in what he was doing at all. He didn't have the power at all. With that, they talk about, power and having power, getting money power. It shows how much power he actually does have. They always talk about, and I think they get this shit from Kevin Samuels. Uh, uh, Shit, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, being drunk with power. I think isn't this a tenant, my man is fear of men? Isn't one of y'all's tenants not giving women power? I'm just asking a question. Anyway, so let's see. With that phone call, we realized that he's not in control, and this is how. Let me. I gotta cue these videos up a little better. Where we at? Okay, so gotta go back to 224. All right, went back a little far, but it's only 2 seconds. So this is how we gonna do this.
The conversation that we're going to have right now is it's actually a conversation that we've been you actually didn't want to have it. But some things are just inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Business has to be taken care of.
4. Okay, I'll stay here.
So basically, what we're here to talk about is this podcast, FreshandFit, right? So it's become extremely popular in this past year. A lot of you guys may not know, but a lot of that is due to my involvement in the podcast. Unfortunately, you wouldn't know that because it's ran by a couple of scammers. Mr. Myron Gaines, of course, that's an alias, but Myron Gaines in particular is the head of that ship. And right now, he's under a lot of fire from a lot of different directions, which is of no surprise to me. I expected that this was coming for a long ways, just because of the nature of his personality and how he does business, how he treats his supporters, his subs, and so on and so forth. And as of lately, he's having issues with this other well-known podcast, Auburn Preach, and yeah, man, it kind of just was making me think, man, at some point in time I'm gonna have to address these guys, but I still was kind of ignoring it, trying to look the other way, and just let it play out without getting involved. It's really not my style. It's not what I want to do. But then I got a really interesting DM today, so it's just really really interesting timing. Rajay also got some messages from these people too, but I guess he didn't respond because we already had gotten into the habit of ignoring messages and inquiries about FreshandFit. Like once I see a DM and it says something about FreshandFit, I just ignore it and move on. Because there's just a lot of people asking me, like, why aren't you guys involved with the podcast anymore? What happened? We'd love to see you on there. It looked like the start of something really, really great, amazing. What happened? What happened? And we just refrained from, talking about it getting personal. But this particular message put us in a position where we got to address this shit. And basically, it was to the sum of that subs that had given them money to purchase VIP tickets to their 100,000 subscriber party, which of course was my idea to have this party, that somehow that money went to us and that it was our fault that the party was a failure. We're going to get into the explanations of all of that, but the point is that we didn't receive any money from this event, and we most certainly don't have the ticket sales from that event. So this guy Myron blatantly lied to these patriots and told them that we had their money and he wasn't going to refund it, and it was our fault the party failed, and I guess we're where they should be looking to get their money back. And hey, at that point, I have no choice but to address this shit because I don't owe anybody shit. I don't owe any banks, I don't owe any human beings, I don't owe anybody anymore for money. So,
All right. So, these guys are basically a lost cause. They blatantly lie just so they can get ahead, and we know how that works. We know how when you blatantly lie about shit, lies compound lies that compound lies, and then the lies come to bite you back in the ass. This is one of the examples of why you don't lie on people. Because if you don't want the smoke after the fact, then you shouldn't be fucking lying on people to begin with. It's not their fault, Allende and Large, for basically um telling you, hey, have a 100,000 subscriber party. It probably wasn't their idea to sell tickets to the damn thing, which 50 people paid $500 just to hang out with FreshandFit, some bimbos that didn't pay to get into VIP, but they're having the men do it. But at the same type, like in the same framework, why the fuck are these dudes paying these guys $500 to hang out with them? How desperate are these dudes? Not only that, I brought up last week how they have these classes. One class I think is like one class is like $800. Another class is like 1,200. What does the classes entail? Well, the classes entail this: how to get up into blue check women's blue check women on Instagram's DMs and have these people hang out with you. You about to spend $1,200 on that? Nigga, I can teach you that for free. And it's just like how you would talk to any other chick on the street. It's simple. Hello. That's lesson one. That's lesson one of my class. Hello. Y'all just got that piece of information for free. That's lesson one. All y'all gotta do is study from now on. That's your homework. FreshandFit stands. Your first lesson, your first free lesson, you ain't gotta spend $1,200 on this. Your first lesson in this on how to sneak into females' DMs. Hello. Now, there's two outcomes to that lesson. Either she answers or she doesn't answer. That's it. Class dismissed. But those are their fans that they did this to. Now, I have a problem with anybody famous treating their fans the way that they do. I currently watch a podcast now that where the host, which is a comedian, tells the people that spend their hard-earned money on him when he comes to their city that he doesn't give a fuck about them. But this is the way you make money. If the club isn't making money, then that means you're not making money. The way the club makes money is from the people. How does the club make money from the people? By buying alcohol and food. Yeah, alcohol, food, and drink. Let's put soda and water out of the alcohol part. Alcohol, food, and drink, and ticket sales. But the club makes their money off of a piece of the ticket sale, but they take the rest of the house. And then the comedian takes the rest of the ticket sale money. But then he's telling his fans he doesn't give a fuck about them. Do you think I'll be spending my money with this comedian anymore? No. I'm sorry I can't make it to Baltimore anymore to see said comedian anymore. Because he doesn't give a fuck about his fans. But we give a fuck about you every week to watch your show and to come see you when you're in said cities. I don't get it. How do people who are drunk with power get away with this shit, but then they still have people who like them? This shit is crazy. Anyway, moving on. Uh, where are we at? Um, okay, so like the red pills in the manosphere is probably looking at this at he's white knighting the situation with the girl. He's trying to save her in order for her to come on the show and whatever. That's all. That's what white knights are to the manosphere. I don't understand the term, but you know, just say knight in shining armor. That makes more sense. But anyway, uh, they personally, uh, they basically. What the hell? What the hell am I saying here? Like, but you got to look at it like this. is somebody deliberately fucking up a business. Now, there have been many people in business together, right? Some people get into business with each other. When people get into business with each other, sometimes it doesn't work out all that well. This is a prime example of one person fucking the money up. Just saying. One person's fucking the money up for everybody else. But then, one, their viewers, their fans look at this as a win. But the audience the audience who aren't actually subscribed to them, that do videos just for research, to do their own videos and stuff like that, like myself, we see y'all's business practice as shit. Now that this information's out, because everybody some way or another who gets into this type of thing, like the whole uh the whole like this podcasting or YouTube shit. I spoke about this before. There's certain sectors out there who dox other YouTubers. They dox them just so they can embarrass them. Now, I will say this about myself. The most that you'll find on me when it comes to like court records, I talked about it already. One of my most embarrassing moments of my life I put on YouTube. It's my that video is sitting right in my, well, I won't say my playlist, but if you go to videos, scroll down to the fuck is it called? Domestic violence. Now, am I saying that I committed domestic violence? That's what the court looked at it as. I personally was protecting my belongings in my car. But out of that, by me trying to protect my belongings in my car from an ex-girlfriend, I then got in trouble. Insane. Just go to that video. You'll see. I talk about domestic violence in a whole. As a whole, I mean. And then I get into my story. Because the one thing I was trying to do is teach what I learned about domestic violence. That's all I did. Because by me not having that information beforehand, and some people may say, well, you're not supposed to put your hands on a female at in any way. And I understand that. I was wrong. I was wrong when I did it. When when everything was all said and done, I sat in my car for practically 15 minutes. I sat in my car for 15 minutes across the street from her house for the simple fact is that I was willing to give myself up once the cops got there. I said, I fucked up and I need to pay the price for this shit. I sat in my car, rolled my windows up, and then I dropped my keys in the cup holder. Because I knew personally, fuck coming back outside, I'm going to be locked up. But then in the video, I get into my story. So you guys want to check that out, check it out. But the reason why I bring that up is for the simple fact that these dudes, which the girl says, don't y'all hate women? I really feel like these dudes hate women. Like the dudes in the manosphere, they hate women. And this is why. And I told this story. Told the story Wednesday at work. So mostly, I won't say mostly, but some men in their lives has had this happen to them. They like a girl in school, or they like a girl in their neighborhood or something, and they try to, court said girl. Most of the times, the girls either do so and then find out that they don't like them afterwards, or they don't talk to them. Now, where was I at in that situation? I actually liked the girl that I went to school with. We hung out outside of school sometimes, not all the time. I wrote her a note, as all high school boys and girls do. Wrote her a note basically saying, "Hey, I like you. I would like to make you my girlfriend," so on and so forth. She said no. Now, two things happen out of this when a guy experiences this. They either veer off all women as a whole, or they veer from whatever race that woman is. They basically have some sort of thought process to where this is how this race of women all act. Or the flip side is learn from it so it doesn't happen again. That was my lesson. I learned from it, so therefore it never happened again. I never talked to a girl after that didn't like me back. That's the whole story. If I didn't know a girl liked me as much as I liked her, I'd never talk to her. I might have been friends with her and never confessed it, but I would never ever from that point tell a girl that I liked them without me knowing that she actually liked me back. And that's how the manosphere all comes about. Something like that has happened to them the very same way, and then they start hating all women, which is weird. I'm still on the first page of this and we're already two hours in. So let me speed this process up. So what I want to do now, let me take a quick break. Let me walk away from the camera for a minute so I can get a drink, and I'll come right back. So you do the same. I'll give you I'll give you 3 minutes. All right. So I'll turn some music on and we'll take a quick break. All right. Where's the music at? Oh, I got to turn down. All right. There we go. I'll be right back. All right. What's up? That was some good music right there. All right. So All right, so they actually talk about also burning desire. Women having burning desire for a man, right? This is Fresh and Fit's talking point. I don't know if this is the Manosphere's talking point as well, but I know Fresh and Fit talks about this all the time. So Aber and Preach, when they spoke on the episode that they were on with Fresh and Fit, Burning Desire came up. So what the conversation entailed was this. Fresh and Fit wants females that they talk to, they want them to give their all during sex. They don't want a female to half-ass sex, right? So that what they mean by burning desire. They want the utmost, fullest. They want the best experience possible, right? So from there, ABBA, I think ABBA only answered this, but ABBA basically said, "How do you expect to get burning desire if basically you don't you're not doing anything to stimulate this woman in order for her to give you burning desire?" They think stimulation is a lot of money, showing them how much money that they have and what cars they drive, right? So you can get certain females by doing that. Yes, you can. But the average female doesn't look at that type of shit. They don't care. Like they don't care at all what you drive. They don't care how much money you have. They care about what's in here. A real woman does. Those bimbos, them bitches that y'all have, them Insta freaks and them only fans or only them only freaks and those Insta sluts that y'all have on y'all show. Yeah, they look at what y'all have as having a lot. But do you think they give a fuck about giving you burning desire? They don't give a fuck about you. Just like you don't give a fuck about them. So, what kind of sex are y'all having between each other? Angry sex? We all know angry sex in a relationship feels good, but how does angry sex feel when you're not with someone? It must hurt. Anyway, I'm just talking shit at this point. Um, you you have to know a woman. Uh, you have to know a woman personally before you get burning desire from her. You have to know all her ins and outs, how she feels about certain things. You basically have to talk to her. All right, girls like attention. Girls like to talk. All right, because one of the arguments of that said podcast that Abba and Preach was on, they was talking about if buying pussy or should buying pussy be legal. Now, they feel as though that no, buying pussy isn't fair because it shouldn't count towards your lay count. Now, me myself personally, I don't believe in buying it, but if you're somebody that buys it, I don't make fun of you. If that's how you want to do it, then do it like that. Buy the pussy. Buy the experience so she can leave, right? Me myself personally, I don't do that. I don't do that type of thing. That's nah, nah. But let's put it like this: Fit fucked a girl that was fucked on camera, sort of like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Kanye West married a woman that has a sex tape out. This girl has sort of kind of a sex tapes out on OnlyFans that you can buy. But then you fuck her and you get her pregnant. Now, you call yourself an alpha male, but you really are an ultimate simp in this case. Because how are you getting an only freak pregnant? Now that's nasty. But anyway, so he's about to have a baby uh by a girl um he's about to have a baby by a chick that's on OnlyFans. Allegedly. He's about to have a baby with a chick on OnlyFans. But some people may say it's sexual liberation that she's doing on OnlyFans. I call it being a whore. Some people may call it being free. I call it being loose. Same thing. So there isn't any more modesty anymore in this country amongst, I would say, amongst people a generation. Well, no, I won't say a generation. I would say a decade older than me, my decade, and every other decade after that. There is no more modesty in this country. The last modest person, well, the last generation that I would say is modest is my mother's generation, the baby boomer generation. I never saw my mom when she would get ready to like go out to like a club or a bar. I'd never seen my mom get into a dress to where her titties was out. I never saw my mom get into any sort of outfit she was going out in, and it wasn't a modest type of outfit. Now women are, they're showing their ass on OnlyFans. They twerk OnlyFans on social media in general. They're showing the picture you can see all the time on a girl's in social media is various pictures of her ass or twerking or her being half naked. This is my generation, and I would say half of a decade before. This is what I have to deal with now. Now, I'm not complaining that these women are naked, but I'm just saying I won't date them. I like modesty. I like modesty for the simple fact is that you're showing that not everybody can get what you have. That's what I like. I don't want everybody to see what I get to see. Now, if you want to show your curves, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Do your thing. But now you can see girls in fucking plastic outfits where all you see is them in a bra and some panties. And most of the time, girls don't even wear panties when they go out. There is no more modesty anymore. But then you have dudes talking about how they want, and women too, they talk about them wanting a traditional relationship as far as marriage goes. They talk about having a traditional relationship with putting new rules on top of it. It don't work. You want a traditional type of relationship with all of the new shit combined. It doesn't work. It's either you take the traditional rules with the traditional relationship, or you lead, or you just go with the new way on how to date and the new way and the new ways rules. That's how you gonna have to conduct these relationships. There isn't, I want a girl that's modest. I want a girl that's this and that. I want a traditional type of relationship, a traditional type of woman. But then the girl that you're talking to isn't traditional at all. She's going out with her ass cheeks out. She's going out with her titties out. She's going out twerking with her friends. Not saying twerking's a bad thing. Any dude likes fat asses bouncing around. Any dude likes that. But it's just those aren't the ones that you date. Those are the ones you fuck. But obviously, Fresh and Fit don't know that. Fresh and Fit basically are dating these girls. You gotta remember, it's his word saying on the Anna Quinn text message, I don't do podcasts with girls that I'm not sleeping with. That's a relationship at the end of the day. That's how you gotta look at it. That's a relationship. Excuse me. So, where am I at? Because it's almost time for me to get the hell off of here. Alright. Let me see if I can do all of this in 15 minutes. Alright. So, why is the weak leading this generation, man? There's a whole bunch of weak people out here trying to lead somebody or trying to lead groups of people. The reason why I say this is because there was a video of one of Fresh and Fit's stand-ins. Basically, Abba came on to this live and talked to the young man. I think he's like 22 years old. The dude basically said that the reason why I DM'd her after watching that Fresh and Fit video is because I gotta protect these dudes at all costs. That's the same thing that Fresh and Fit said about Kevin Samuels, protecting Kevin Samuels at all costs. Now, what all costs means is you go and harass people. You go and dox them. You look up information about them. You then come into their lives when they're live and say fucked up things about them. Or you write in their comment sections that all kinds of bullshit. This is what I mean by weak people leading other people. Now, we can get into all the acronym people and all that, but look, weak people leading people. But these are weak people leading people when they're not even supposed to be doing that. Like, it's ridiculous to say the least. Like, these Fresh and Fit dudes are basically weak-minded people that are leading hundreds of thousands of people, men basically, but hundreds and thousands of people. And then when they get outed and ousted and their business is put out, out there for the world to see, they then want to make excuses for their actions. Now, I thought he was an alpha male. What alpha male makes excuses about their actions? I'll wait. No person that knows that they've done something wrong. Well, there are some people, but I'm not talking about them. But what person who does something wrong then goes to their audience and then tries to blame other people for their actions? Weak-minded people trying to lead people. That's who does that type of shit. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I can point y'all to thousands upon thousands of YouTubers out there who are weak-minded that have thousands upon thousands of followers, and they're taking their message and making it law in their lives. It's ridiculous. So, what I want to do is, with with what I just said, to go back to what Allende and Large J was talking about. I then have another recording of Allende and I think Large J having a meeting that was recorded between them and these party promoters of the party that Fresh and Fit was gonna throw. So let me get into that real fast. So here we go. Hold on, am I at the right part? I am not. So hold up, everybody. I won't play too much of this. I'm probably only gonna play maybe like 3 minutes of it. 26. Alright, here we go.
It's about an entire practice. You adopt game concepts and pickup artistry. You're fully convinced that you are good at this, and you want to convince other men that you are good at this. How is it possible that you barely had women show up to this party? So I told him, how is it possible if you are that high value, if you're that good with game, how is it possible that almost no women showed up? And his excuse, because it was an excuse, that he says, Myron says, it is because Allende messed up. He was supposed to get a promoter. He was supposed to get girls. He was supposed to, him and Large A, right? The photographer, smooth, Travis Scott looking guy, are supposed to get, he's supposed to get the girls from the photography studio, the girls that they got in their network. They're supposed to bring them all there, and that Myron paid them. And that they didn't deliver, and what they did was they decided to keep the money, be cheap, not pay the promoter, put the money in their pocket, and walk away and just tell girls to show up. And that's why when I did to find out the truth. I asked them. All I did was I asked them, look, I didn't say you have my money or you did this or that. I asked them, look, I want to know something. Did you guys just out of curiosity, did you guys just take that money from that party and keep it for your own expenses or whatever? Just decide whatever to do. Did you get a portion of that money? What happened there?
Nope.
They said no. They said they didn't even know what I was talking about. I said, yeah, because he said this after Myron and I parted ways on our conversation, after we walked back over to the studio, and he said, look, I'm going to make it up to the guys. I said, all right, cool, whatever, right? I hope that's true, right? he in the studio, he came up and he said, okay, the party didn't go well. It was a bust, right? Everybody there knew that it was a bust, right? It was a terrible party. All the YouTubers were there knew that it was a terrible party. It was the worst party I had ever been to in my life, right? And what he said was, this is because of Allende and this is because of Large A, and we fired them. We fired them, and unfortunately, we took the hit too because we had to spend money on the venue, on drinks, and all this other stuff. So we didn't get to keep any
Quit
money.
your bitching, y'all.
These guys didn't do their job, and we fired them, and something like this will never happen again.
Hold up.
Okay? And that is...
Why are they lying? Now, this is taking too long. But this is what I will do. I will get straight to the recording. And it starts, I think, about here. I want to say.
Because it's very time consuming game.
Away with this. You're not going to get away with this, Mario. You're not.
There we go.
With Flash and when it goes on going, so kind of what happened. So I'm gonna talk to him later today, and we're gonna get it. But I would like this exhibit 20. You know, basically being involved with the show to help us get time. Because it's very time consuming.
I'm sorry, that was a little loud, Joe.
One time we had to drop off getting bitches on dates and stuff. Well, it is way worse. Like, and then they look at our channel and they see me kick the bitches out. And shit like that. They're like, oh, I don't know. They'll get scared.
Okay, so this phone call, like I said, this phone call is, I think, Allende, Large J, and I think the promoters. If not them, it is Fresh and Fit and the promoters talking about like this, like the party stuff and what it entails and stuff like that. So let me skip ahead a little bit. So here we go.
Worked out. He was looking for his scapegoat, someone to blame it on. And since he scammed these people out of their fucking money and didn't want to give a refund, he went ahead and put the blame on me. And then went on his podcast and said that he had to let us go and part ways with us because we're dead weight. I think that was all just an act as to avoid paying these people back their fucking money and taking responsibility for throwing a shitty ass fucking party. So
that's exactly what it was. The party was a bust, like Kwame, and then they start blaming other people, just like Kwame. It's the oldest trick in the book. If something doesn't go your way, you start blaming other shit. Oh, my birthday party wasn't that great. The reason why is because not a lot of people showed up. Maybe it's because not a lot of people fuck with you. Have you thought about that? It's not that y'all are blaming the Authentic Alphas podcast for y'all's fucked up shit that happened. It's probably because nobody fucks with y'all. It's probably because nobody knew about y'all. Only your niche group of people, which was, I think at the time you had 100,000 subscribers. You were selling 50 tickets at $500 a pop. Who the fuck's buying that? I would never. If one of my favorite podcasts said, "Yo, we gonna be throwing a party in Baltimore," we selling 500. We're selling 50 $500 VIP tickets. Be there or be square. Look, I'll show up to the party, but I don't have to sit with you. I don't have to be with you in VIP. I can be down on the dance floor doing my thing with my homeboys. Pause. All right. But look, this shit is crazy. I'm not gonna play any more of this because basically, the rest of it is Fresh and Fit blaming Allende and Large J for how fucked up the party was. All right, so how much time I got left? I'm trying to get the hell up out of here. All right. So, um, So, not only, um, are they trying to apply pressure onto the women that they're sleeping with to come on to their podcast in live form, they're trying to lie on people that had your back at a point until you let them go. When you let them go or whatever because of the party, they basically said that they're not fucking with you no more. So how could you then blame something on people that you let go? Larger was the photographer. You know what I'm saying? Would post would take pictures for you guys, and you guys could then post those pictures on your Instagram so y'all can look hot shit in front of your fans. Then Allende was the bimbo wrangler. He would grab all the girls for y'all to be on y'all's podcast. Looked like y'all had something good going for y'all selves, but then y'all fuck up by basically telling Large and Allende that y'all are gonna split ways. Basically, they did them like an interview. I think you outgrown the company, and we're thinking of going a different direction. So we will no longer be needing you anymore. That's basically how they fired him. So with Large and Allende having their own businesses, it was like, okay, I don't have to spend what they will be live maybe 2 hours of the day at night. So okay, I don't have to come think about coming here anymore. I got my own shit to deal with, and that's it. That's it, and that's all. So I'm trying to get through this shit as quick as possible. All right, so this next video, um, so also this is what I want to also say. No, I'll play the video first before I say it.
Yeah, what's your issue then?
I told him to continue, and guess what he said?
So to set this up, Allende of the Authentic Alpha podcast, or Authentic Alpha's podcast. That's too much to say all at once. This is Fresh and Fit's viewpoint of how everything went down. Of Allende coming into the house and Fit pulling his gun. So this is this point of view.
Continue. That was his problem. That was his choice not to continue. There was no because you got triggered, baby. What's going on here?
Now hold up. Check this out.
Uh-oh.
Hi guys.
Oh, I understand.
All right, check this out. The black chick in the back had the right idea. Go to safety. Get down, go to safety, right? Grab your purse, get out, and get to safety. Everybody else standing around like a bunch of assholes. Now check this out. Hold up. I'm going to show you the last person standing. Hold on. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of there, she the only one sitting there. Get out of there. Now you want to leave. Now, here's everything else that I didn't get to show you guys. This is Allende allegedly breaking in. Like I showed earlier, Allende, not Allende, Myron, Fit from Fresh and Fit, he pulled his gun. right? So basically, to them, this is a breaking and entering. But I'm gonna show y'all different. Hold on.
You're literally trying. Yo, you're committing a crime right now, bro.
This is Allende's point of view. How's that breaking and entering? He opened the door. As your car would say, if your door was open, your door is ajar. Your door is ajar. If you didn't have your door unlocked, you're inviting predators to come into your house. Your door is locked. They have to do one of two things: knock on the door or kick it down. He did neither. He just walked in. Let's show that again. Sorry.
Yo, Amu, Amu. Come outside, my nigga. Come outside, my nigga. Come outside, my nigga.
Now, how was that breaking and entering? Basically, Fit. Now, I understand he wasn't a invited guest, so therefore, since he wasn't invited, he wasn't supposed to be there. But since the security guards in your building recognize Allende, they let him up. Instead of you saying, hey, I don't associate with these guys anymore, so if they come here, make sure you let me know before, you let them up. They did neither. Since he was recognized by the security staff, that's how he got up there to your apartment. We can look at it as breaking and entering, but it really isn't. So, oh, that's when I was supposed to play that. Okay. All right. So let's get back to this party thing, because this is what this part of my show is about. You basically didn't uh put in the flyer or any information regarding the party that once they paid their 500, all transactions were final. This is what some stores do. When you go to cash only stores now, like those mom and pop shops, all transactions are final. There is no going back and getting your money back. When they say when they have a little thing stating that all transactions are final, that's what that means. Y'all didn't put that. So therefore, when people were looking for a refund to their money and you didn't give it back to them, they can sue y'all, right? By you not stating that all transactions were final. They could actually, for them, it's a class action lawsuit. Class action lawsuit. And they can go to the Better Business Bureau on you guys and sue again. It's a little fucked up, ain't it? But y'all made y'all's bed, so sleep in it. So, where does this video fit in at? I have no idea where this video fits in at. Damn. Sorry, everybody. I am having a brain fart right now because some of the things that I've been talking about doesn't really coincide with this, which is a good thing because I'm going off the script a little bit. But anyway, I'm trying to find where this video that I'm about to play. Okay, here it goes. So 426 to 625. Again. Let's do this. Let's do this right here. I'm gonna play this video real fast. No, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't add this video in there. That's the reason why I'm having trouble finding it. So this is what's about to happen. All right. So I've been on here for practically almost going on 3 hours. So this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna wrap this up here, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna just go to my to my last page and do it like this. So I'm gonna reiterate. All of this happened like this. Another YouTuber or other YouTubers had something more to say about when they were on your podcast, which is fair. They got to talk on more talking points that they should have brought up during the time when they were on your show. You then get upset, call people names, their wives' names, and stuff like that. You then challenge these YouTubers to, or one of the YouTubers, to a fight. He accepts. You back down by saying, "Give me 50K, 500K, get some television style cameras, and let's get some promotion going on, and let's record it." Right. So since Preach was down, he said, "Okay, we'll give you 20K. We ain't gonna give you 500, but we'll put up 20K on this because we got faith in me to, not me personally, but Preach. We have, we got faith in Preach to win this. Like he said, I'm gonna take one bitch, then I'm gonna take the next bitch, right? So y'all back down. That's done. When this time, when this is all going on, not one but two women come out against one of the guys that is having bad business practices going on, and then that doesn't even make sense. Then he tries to coerce his alleged baby mama to coming on to the Fresh and Fit podcast to then lie about things that she's already been talking about online that she knows is true, putting everything on her. Now, by Fit doing that, he then understands and knows that yes, it's a possibility that that baby is mine. So that's the reason why he's trying to do all the damage control before all of this shit gets out of hand. Right? So, after that, your old business partners then come out and put y'all on Front Street by telling the world, but mainly your fans, that we're not the cause for that party being a bust like Kwame Brown. Fresh and Fit is the cause of that. Our job was to take pictures and get females. It was their uh their job to then promote along with the promoters to promote the party and make sure that the party ran smooth. But since the party didn't run smooth, it's all uh alpha male alpha no authentic alpha's podcast's fault. How does that work? How does that work? And with all of this being said, you lose 30,000 subscribers. Now, with those 30,000 people, they're the smart ones. The other 300 plus, those are the ones that we got to worry about. So for those 30,000 people who unsubscribe, why don't you try to get into the ears of the other 300 plus and allow them to understand what you now understand? That's how this works. Each one, teach one. All right? So, let's get y'all out of here. Let's play this here theme music. All right, I'd like to thank y'all for coming. Give y'all a round of applause for that. Let's do this here. If you could, like this video, share the channel to your social medias. I would gladly appreciate it. And if you're new, please subscribe and hit the bell to all so you can get all my notifications when I go live. All right. Where's it at? I run a game stream on this channel as well as my podcast of what you're watching now. My game stream is on Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I usually run like 2 hours, 2.5 hours doing that, as well as my podcast on Saturdays, what you're watching now. That comes on at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I usually do like 2.5, 3 hours, depending on the topic. So don't forget, make sure you know your time zone that you're in, so you can know when I'm going live. I'm East Coast, so that's Eastern Standard Time. I start at 6:30. Central Standard Time, that's an hour behind, and then you have West Coast time, which is 3 hours behind that. And there's Mountain Time too, that is an hour ahead of West Coast and an hour behind Central Standard. So make sure you know where you're living at so you can know what time I go live. Alright? I am using Restream.com to simultaneously live stream to both Facebook and YouTube. Reason why I say this is because once this video on Facebook ends, I delete that live video. Reason being is for just to direct all the traffic back here to YouTube. That's all. So if you want to catch the replay and you're over there on on Facebook, come on over here to YouTube, watch the replay. If you don't see the live video on either my group page or my personal page, the YouTube link will be in this place, and it's sitting there right now. If you have any sort of show ideas or game recommendations or show recommendations as well, of what you want me to talk about, please leave a comment in either the Facebook or YouTube comment section on the replay, or the live chat if you're live as well, with me talking. Or you can hit me up in my DMs on my social media. And the way you can do that is you can find me on Instagram at marcus.speaks.podcast. On Facebook, my personal page is Marcus Speaks. The group page on Facebook is Marcus Speaks Podcast. Both the group page and the Instagram is linked. So if I post something on Instagram, it'll show in the group page. I think as well as my personal page as well. And for everybody on Facebook who's watching, look, I'm on YouTube as well. I just don't do my podcast over there on Facebook. So the next time y'all watch this, just come on over to YouTube at Marcus Speaks And if you want to find me, because when I do search on Marcus Speaks, I see that there's a lot of Marcus Speaks. So look for this this thumbnail. All right, look for this thumbnail when you search my channel, and you will find me. And again, please like, comment, and subscribe. I am your host, Marcus. This has been another episode of Marcus Speaks, and I'll check y'all later. Peace out, and thank y'all for watching.